My name is Dan Wanyang, MNI, OFR. I am the national chairman of Zenith Labour Party. I am also the presidential candidate of the party. We are looking at our country. We are looking at Nigeria. We have passed through many elections. And there is nowhere in the world where you don't have problems during elections. Let me refer to the last one in the United States. There were problems, big one, but the country moved on without prejudice, as he has said, to whatever problems we have seen in the process. We don't want to pull down this roof. We should not pull down Nigeria because of these problems. Nigeria must exist first before we become whatever we want to become. And the processes are laid down. In this election, I can say it emphatically, there was no problem with the beavers. No problem at all. It's a final process. And beavers, I would say it to high heavens, is the best way to go. And that was well thought out by the commission and the political parties. I voted. Beavers worked. Necessary things were done in my polling unit. And in having issues from ward to ward, state to state, we must remember that we have our laws. So that why the political parties met today was simply to talk about our country first. We have no other. And nobody should come and tell us to be on the street to destroy our country. We love this country. Everything is here. Who could have believed? Because right now, there are many gains from this election. Nobody would have believed on 24th of February that Lagos will fall to a third force. Nobody would have believed that 3 governors lost senatorial seat, 1/3 of the states they governed for 8 years, they could not win. Nobody could have believed that a senator like Senator Kunife, who had done everything for her community, including building houses for widows, lost. Who would have believed that an Okada rider is now moving into the House of Representatives? This is the same election. This is the same process. Mr. Chairman, we have party leaders who lost their polling units. National chairman of parties, they lost their polling unit. This is the same election. We want to throw away the baby with the bathwater. This is the same election. Look, I want to summarize that IPAC, through our chairman, has said it all. Mr. Chairman, go ahead and conclude this process. If you have problems, we know where to go. But you have to use that window by Electoral Act given to you to review some of these issues. Revise them quickly before the exclusion of time. We cannot continue all the time to work this. Yes.
Meaning the 18 registered political parties in Nigeria were here to express our delight that this process is continuing. This is because when democracy fails, political parties are the first casualties, and the biggest losers are the politicians. Democracy is about the people of this country, and we believe that elections are one of the fundamental pillars, if not the fundamental pillar of democracy. So the mere fact that we held this election, and under the circumstances that we held the election, I think we need to congratulate the people of this country. We are not unmindful of the challenges. We are also not happy that the Commission and indeed the political parties experienced some of the unexpected developments, which from our investigation were largely due to some technical problems that is normally associated with anything that is human-made. We believe that we are at a crossroad in this country today. But Nigeria, and indeed Nigerians, are highly resilient, people. And democracy is a journey. And the journey so far, I think we have to congratulate ourselves because Nigeria matters in the scheme of things globally. We are the pride of the black race. And we should be able to summon the courage and determination to ensure that we conclude this very, very important process. It isn't that we are happy. It isn't that we do not understand the pains our people are going through. But democracy, like the saying goes, they say the show must go on. Not because we just want to have this as a show, no, but because it is one of the building blocks. And this country is a promise of greatness. And Mr. Chairman, my members are here to encourage you to go ahead and ensure that the process is concluded and concluded well, so that some of our members who may have issues can now do what the process already has made provisions for, which is to seek redress. So we want to say that because of this country and because this movement matters in this country, of course, without prejudice for whatever positions some of our members must have taken, we want to be on the side of the history that this process is concluded and Nigeria becomes greater. So we want to thank you very much. I want to assure the people of this country that as political parties, we are on the same page with them, but we must conclude this process so that we can take it after the end of this process and do whatever the law says we can do.
Let me seize this opportunity to assure Nigerians that we will do whatever we can within the confines of the law to review issues arising from the conduct of elections, particularly by invoking our powers under Section 65 of the Electoral Act, to review where review is absolutely necessary.
Sometime, we are definitely going to come out so much.
We can go back.
We thank all of you for your patience and resilience. As you recall, the commission to have a substantial number of the state collation officers for the presidential election. Anambra has gone to the airport, and so many of them are already on their way. So I crave your indulgence to break and then come out and begin to take the rest. We just want to begin and go very, very state collation officers for the presidential election around. We have around 4 of them.